Australian classrooms some of the least disciplined in the world. And of course, our teachers are getting fed up. That's according to a new policy study from the OECD, which lists teacher turnover and supply challenges as key difficulties for Australia's education system. It's another worrying sign that despite the billions and billions we keep throwing at education, we're still getting the basics wrong. Joining me now, Director of Education at the Centre for Independent Studies, Glenn Fahey. Glenn, take us through these findings out of the OECD report. It's not just about student behaviour, is it?
Well, Peter, viewers could be forgiven for a sense of déjà vu. It's yet another disappointing report card on Australia's school systems, where increasing disruption and disorder is being reported at the same time that record spending is associated with poorer results, poorer wellbeing and worse outcomes for Australia's teachers.
So how does a teacher teach a difficult classroom? I mean, I've got a family that have got teachers in it, and my godmother, my aunt, was a former principal. I guess the risk is that teachers have to teach to the most disruptive kid in the room, and if you've got a lot of disruptive kids, the ones trying to learn or do the right thing get less attention from the teacher, and that particularly matters, of course, for primary school children. How do we turn it around?
Well, what's clear is that students in disruptive classrooms are less engaged, do worse, and ultimately have more behavioural challenges than other students. And education's progressives have got a lot to answer for here. They've encouraged us to have light touches toward behaviour, to forgive poor behaviour, to rely on teachers to become relationship managers and facilitators with students rather than providing an authoritative source for behaviour, providing proactive classroom management. These are the skills that are essential for classrooms to run well. And it's not rocket science, there's education science on this.
Yeah, but where are parents in this, right? So if I'd been a kid who came home with a bad report to say, you know, Peta Credlin was disruptive in class, I'm sure I had that, my dad would have come down on me like a ton of bricks. But now you hear cases where the parents front the teacher, they complain to the school, rather than sort of give their own kid a clip around, well, I can't say clip around the ears anymore, but, you know, pull their own child in and say that's not sort of appropriate. I'm not going to tolerate that at home. How do you back up teachers? Because surely how teachers are treated in the classroom is part of the reason we've got this massive shortage.
Look, this outsourcing of education and managing of students' behaviour all to schools, it has significantly increased the burden upon teachers, and it is unfair. Teachers are pushed to the limit when they're filling the role that parents ought to be contributing to as well. You need to see a better partnership between teachers and parents if we're going to see these behaviour issues truly fixed. And at this stage, it's something that we need to see both teachers and parents really lift the game in that respect.
All right, the report notes too, I might add, that we've got a projected deficit of 4,000 teachers in secondary school. We need them in just 2 years' time.